Alright, so we started the process of pulling the forks off. Got them over here on the vise. I have to leave now, so I'm not going to be able to keep going. I just got this set up here. I'm trying to figure out how this works, but it didn't come with instructions. But I've got the caps loose. Well, loose enough. I loosened them up while they were still in the clamps, so that way I'd be able to loosen them. So they're loose enough where I can get the wrench on them. Finish loosening those up. Got the Ktech high performance springs. I believe the front forks are 6.6 Newton meters a pair, and the rear is 80 Newton meters. So got the front spring right there. Got the rear spring over here. I've already got, my garage is a mess. This over here is my wife's stuff. I've already got the rear shock out. I took it to my local power sports place to see if they could swap it over for me, and they're like, "Oh, we can't do that here." I was like, "What good are y'all? Like, you're freaking power sports place. You literally sell dirt bikes and street bikes. Why do y'all not have the equipment to change out the spring?" Anyway, so I ended up just ordering a daggum spring compressor for motorcycles online. So I bought one this morning at Old Harbor Freight, but it doesn't fit. So, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. I got one fork leg out. I'll do this spring on this side, and I'll stick that one back in, and then I'll pull that one out. And then I'm gonna spray them off real good while I got them out, because it's still muddy from when I got stuck in that mud hole the other day, or a couple weekends ago. But yep, that's all I got right now, guys. If I run into anything crazy, like normal, I'll let y'all know. But so far, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, if anybody's ever worked on dirt bikes before, this thing is just a big dirt bike. It's set up the exact same way. So, but if anybody like needs help with anything, or wants like a legit like how-to video, or like a full walkthrough, you know, let me know. I can also do one of those too. But I'll get back to y'all whenever I got the springs back in. No copyrights. All right. So I just put this spring in this side. Pretty straightforward. Did run into some problems with these. Like, you can tell the stiffness in these springs are a lot stiffer, because it was a lot harder to get the cap back on. But yeah, even just this right here, just, yeah, let me see if I can set the camera up somewhere. Just doing this compared to the old one, like, I got the old one over here, and y'all saw how hard that was. And then here's the old one right here. I mean, you could just, that's not hard at all. I did that pretty easy. But this side over here, you can tell like how stiff. You can tell how stiff that was just to move that, and that's with the preload all the way out. Like, that's with no preload at all. It's that hard to push. And I feel like before it was probably that hard to push as the new spring. It was probably that hard to push with the old preload turned all the way up. So there's definitely a difference in the pressure of these springs. But I'm about to do this other fork, and then I got to do the rear spring, and then it's kind of raining outside, or it was raining, so it's kind of wet. But I might see if I go hit up some of my local trails that are like on a gravelly road to have some humps in them that I usually can jump. I'll try those out and see how the suspension feels. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward as far as like doing your typical forks and whatnot. Like I said, it's just like a big dirt bike, so it's no big deal. But I'll let y'all know whenever we do that first ride. All right, what's going on, guys? I know it's been a minute. I think I posted a picture about this on the YouTube page. I know I posted about it on Facebook, but we finally got a GPS. And as you can see, we also have a GPS mount. So we have the Motology GPS mount and stabilizer on here. So all that does basically is it just moves your speedo off to the side and adds this new plate in here in order for you to be able to mount a GPS right there beside it. So we went ahead and went that route. So now I don't have to use my phone. I just have my phone up there right now because I'm riding around town. But typically whenever I'm like riding off-road, I don't like having my phone right here because it gets dusty. So I usually put it in my pocket. So it's nice being able to have, you know, an actual dedicated GPS system that just sits out there and I don't have to worry about my phone getting dusty. This is the Garmin XT2, so it's made for off-road. So everything's set up, and I got it hardwired into the bike, into the accessory plug that's down here. So it turns on and off whenever the bike does. There's no parasitic draw with it. The bike's been sitting for probably like a week or two, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since the last time I rode it, and I came out, it started right up just fine. So it's not killing the battery or anything, works like it's supposed to. This is the first time I've ridden it since I put that on, so I am getting the first impression just like you guys are getting the first impression. Also in this video today, we're going to be testing out the suspension because I got new front and rear springs. So I got new fork springs and I got a new rear spring. So that's like really the main reason why I'm going out right now. Just to make sure everything's buttoned up, feels good, make sure I got the daggone forks straight. I think I do. But yeah, that's what we're testing out right now is the screen. Okay, that was real smart. Testing out the screen, and we're testing out the suspension. So right now we're headed out to our local off-road trails. All right, made it to the gravelly dirt roads. I just pulled off onto the road, so hey, oh, there's a hawk. I haven't been on here but maybe 30 seconds before I turned on the camera. So see how the old new suspension, I mean, honestly, I really can't tell yet, honestly. It kind of does feel a little bit smoother. Like, it doesn't feel as chattery. Feels like it's, like, it definitely sits up a little bit higher because this new springs that I put in were like 1.5 inches taller and they were stiffer than the stock springs. So it definitely feels like it's sitting up a little bit higher in the stroke, so you're actually getting to use the stroke of the suspension. So see the front end feels a little bit better now. It definitely feels like it doesn't push as bad. I know before it used to push really bad. Push a little squirrely in the rocks. Right. So far, it kind of feels the same. I also have the stock tires, so I don't really think I'll feel a whole lot of difference in like how the suspension handles with it being on gravel, because I mean there's not really a whole lot, or if any, tires that really handle well on gravel. So well, that felt pretty good. Got a little squirrely, but it didn't get all bent out of shape. I feel like before it probably would have bucked me off. Anyway, it's just nice to get back out on the bike actually. But I really want to run into that other guy that's out here on that T7 one of these days. I need more off-road friends to ride with. Shifter works great for stuff like this. So like when you're like standing up and you don't have to like really fuss and worry about like having to try to reach the clutch, throwing your balance off to grab another gear, like you can just black. And it sounds cool. End of the road's coming up around here somewhere. There it is. Alright, let's go find us another road to ride on. wanted something to jump so we can really test out this suspension. Gotta remember a lot of the times to not stand flat-footed and like really get on the balls of my feet so I can control this thing. I think on the 25s, I believe they have the World Raid suspension on them. I think is what it is. So the 25 T7s, they have the suspension on them from the 2024 World Raids. I think the World Raids came out in 24, maybe they're 23. I don't know. I know that I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that they have the suspension from the World Raid though. So that suspension is night and day better than just a regular T7, which the suspension on the 25s is a lot better, or has been a lot better from what I've seen or used it with. Like my only problem is that I just kept, like, if I hit big hits I would bottom it out. I think I was supposed to ride with my buddy with the 390 Supermoto. I texted him earlier. I was like, hey, I'm going out if you want to go. And he had said he had just woke up, so I don't know if he's going to come out or not. I told him, I was like, I'm going to hit some dirt roads first to test this thing out with the suspension, and then I would let him know afterwards. So I guess we'll see if he ever hits me back up. Get back off real quick. Look. I don't know why my clock says it's 6 o'clock. It's literally like 3 o'clock. But yeah, well, when I was hitting that that bumpier stuff, I could definitely tell it was way smoother, and actually like staying in the stroke. Like this stuff like this, oh man, like before that would have judged me like crazy, but that right there, that was smooth. Here's a jump over here. Well, it's like, I say it's a jump, it's not really a jump, but it kind of acts like one. There was a truck out here earlier, so I want to make sure I don't freaking run into him coming around this turn. Yeah, we're good, I think. Dirt's like really loose and moving around a lot too from the rain. I still think I bottomed out, but definitely sounded like it. That was not a good example of a trail turn. Oh shit! Oh, gosh damn it! Lost my footing. Come on, get out of there. Get out of that damn hole. Stepped in a hole. Oh, it's like with the key out and turn it back on. There he goes. It's fire right now. Oh man. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it's bottoming out still. But this is still the same settings that I had in it before, so I haven't updated any of them yet. Or like changed anything like stiffer or less rebound. I think I go a little bit stiffer because like I remember I hit that last time, it was like blue, bottomed out. Like I don't even feel it now. It's just kind of bouncing right through it. So I'm happy with it. Like it definitely feels better. I brought the other GoPro to kind of set it up to get a good shot coming off of that that little hip thing, little hump, little wheelie action. Right there. There we go, that's what I was trying to do the first time. I think I'll set up a camera real quick. Cause I just think that looks cool doing that. Where's a good spot to set it up at? Or set it up. Oh man, this video is gonna be long. I got a lot of editing to do for it. Not a freaking noob. And drop the bike. I think right here is a good turnaround spot. Oh, that hurt. I'm so glad I had my boots on. That would have been bad if I didn't. Come on. Alright. You can definitely tell that the suspension is different. I'm not 100% convinced it's different in a good way yet. I think I need to do some more adjusting for sure. But overall, off-road wise, as far as like the roughness, it definitely feels not as rough. That's good, so it feels better in that aspect. Like it's definitely smoother. Oh yeah, see that was smooth right there. So that's all I got for today, guys. Just a little suspension test and a little GPS test. Checking those two things out. My buddy, he did text me, so I guess I'll text him back and see if he's trying to ride or not. I'm not really trying to ride on the street, honestly. If I'm gonna ride, I'd rather ride in the dirt. But I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.